Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. A shout out to another great sponsor, Journey Auto and Boat Sales in Richmond. And welcome to another great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby in Highland Park.
And all right, welcome everybody. District 44, we're playing a 2-3 matchup between Madison Southern as a 2-seed, Model as a 3-seed. Winner is going to take on Thursday night with the Madison Central Indians, who've already made it to the finals. So this looks like to be a pretty good matchup in my opinion. We've got a game that was a 2-1 game. Last time they played in midseason, I think Model had most of the possession control, but I think Tanner stepped up on 2 goals, I believe, that game and took care of business. So this game could, to me, go either way. I think Ephraim I see back on the field for Model. I see Rich back on the field for Model. They're going to be out Bryant Feck. I think Southern had a couple players out in that game in midseason. I think they've got full rosters, so we'll see how it goes. Model's going to try to play possession out of the midfield. I think what you'll see a lot of from Southern this game is going to play a lot over the top. They're going to be playing from the back, and they're going to try to get Kidwell open. He's got 107 goals this year. He's more than anybody so far in Region District 44 in the history. Nobody in Region 11 for that fact in history. So congratulations to him on breaking that goal and being the #1 goal scorer for Madison Southern. Let's see what he contributes today.
The worst part about that is you have a talented athlete that doesn't have the supporting cast to carry him as other teams do. I mean, the Eagles come in 12-4 with 1 tie. Patriots come in 10-6. So there's a lot of talent on the field, but he's the leading all-time scorer for the district, and obviously Madison Southern just – you can't do it as a one-man show in this sport. Yeah,
he's going to be interesting. The setup guys are going to be their captain, McGuire Jennings, #2. He's got some really, really good vision on the field. I look for him, especially on the corners. When you look at Southern coming in on either corner, when Jennings is going to take those, and he puts them right in play every time. So he's going to be a tough one. And don't discount Taylor. He's their second leading goal scorer, and he's been known to put it in the net. He's good on the headers on the corners, and he's good on the assists. Tanner's got 7 assists this year. So I look for a little bit out of him to come off a little bit, maybe hopefully set up some of his other teammates today. So like I said, Model had a lot of control of this last game, so we're going to see really who has a lot more possession so far. And right now it's all Southern. They're doing really well out of the midfield, so we'll see if they'll keep that up.
McGuire Jennings, 17 assists, and Dalen Taylor's got 8 assists, and he's the second leading scorer for.
Yeah, he's going to be there. He's a lot of header. Like I said, McGuire's their captain, and he's solid, especially when it comes on the
goal there,
especially on the corner kick side. He puts balls in play. I mean, we watched him for the last couple of years, and he really, really is dangerous on the corner side. So look for Model to see if they can really control and try to possess the game as much as possible and keep it out of Kidwell. Your goal, if you're Savage right now, is pretty much to shut down Kidwell and try to get somebody else to beat you.
Here's the skinny on it. Eagles are 12-4. They've scored 62 goals and given up 24. Model, they've scored 80 goals and given up 42. So
that was a little early. Came in a little uncontrolled there. I thought he almost got a card there early. That was a pretty tough call. He just came out of control, and that was one of those that you just.
Is that trying to send a message, or what do you? I mean,
I don't know if he just made a bad decision or not. He got airborne, and that was just not a good choice. But like I said, he got the foul out of it. I think they'll be looking for anything worse on that. If he continues to have a problem with that, they may yell him or even worse. So, but not clear, just cleared out by Southern right now. So Taylor's going to come down the side down here, looking for a good play by Brockman to cup step in front, and then can put it moved out. So. Looks like still looking for any good possession right now. That was just misplayed right there. by McGuire. It looks like it's going to be a physical game, too. Nobody's going to back off on that. We got a couple of old club players here that I'm familiar with. Christian back here, number 3, Zach Yoder. Congratulations on him. Just got his license. We all love that as parents, don't we? His twin brother, unfortunately, didn't get his license. But he's going to be hauling his brother around Jesse for a while.
Yeah, they've been used to it the entire time. They're always together.
Most definitely. Talked to his parents before the game. He said that it's going to be tough for a little bit. So still no real control so far. Nobody's really kind of shown anything. I think most of it's going to Madison Southern so far as possession. Like I said, this game could really go any way. It's the one thing about these type of games when you're looking at it, whoever kind of breaks through first is really got a big advantage in respect that it puts a lot of pressure on the other team. Now, to take some chances that they're probably not ready to take.
Model for many, many years was the juggernaut there in this district, and there's been a changing of the tide with the coaching change at Central that's allowed a lot of the club players to go over there and continue to develop their game and play at a high level. And Model's kind of in the middle of the pack now.
Well, they are transitioning. It's you see a lot of the club players that have moved to Central. Evan's got a good team and a good organization over there and what he wants. And Model's in a kind of rebuild. They were, I think there was about 4 or 5 years in a row that their middle school team didn't lose a game. They lost 2 this year. Madison's middle, I think, beat them, and another Caudle beat them, I think. So they're going to be challenged as well. So you kind of see the changing of the guard. Last year, this was a 2-3 matchup, and Southern made it to the finals. It looks like the girls' district regional is going to be the same thing. Central and Southern was the game last year, and Southern's trying to redo that again this year and put it Madison Southern in again. So it's kind of up to Model really to regroup and come. They got some great talent. Rashav's been there for a long time. He's played a lot of club ball. Jacob Backus, who's just got the ball there, he's been a club player for years. He's been solid. He's their leading scorer for Model with 20 goals. So they got some talent on the field. They just have to kind of put it all together.
Each team's still feeling each other out here a little bit, it seems like. I don't see
not a lot of real control of
possession.
Yeah. Everybody's just kind of trying to fill it out. Now there's Ephraim's brother, Chris. He's number 22 there. Ephraim, number 3. He has been absent on a couple games. He didn't play against Madison Central, actually. Going to be a foul on that, too. So it looks like Southern Early is going to be content to take the foul. They're kind of sending that message, I guess. It's going to be a physical game. We've seen that before, though. Oh, a lot of space in the middle of that field there. Jacob's going to try to go to that corner. I thought they kind of got caught sleeping because he played that in. There was nobody there. Lost possession, though. Good play out by Zach Yoder. And looks like Southern was on the attack there, but misplayed.
Just not crisp, it doesn't seem yet. Now, do these guys play their majority of their games on the grass or turf, or how will that affect them this evening?
Yeah, I think this league is more half and half. I mean, Central played a lot more of their games on turf this year because of need. Their grass field wasn't ready. They couldn't do it, so they played all their home games on turf. But I think a lot of Southern's games are on turf. Southern played a lot of kind of Eastern Kentucky teams this year. They played South Laurel twice. They played Corbin, I think. They played a couple of teams that maybe didn't challenge them as much as they should have. But they did play a couple of rough teams. So we'll see how they adapt to this. So they're still playing that set on top. There's a good header there. Controlled out by Nate Frisbee. And then Southern's going to have midfield control. McGuire's going to play that over the top, and it's a keeper ball. Yeah, keeper had to come out just a little bit too much. I see where he was going over the middle there. He had Taylor on the streak, but he couldn't get it stopped. Like I said, what you'll see a lot from really both these teams is they're going to try to set their forwards up, and then they're going to try to play it from a defensive back position. There's Jacob on the corner. They say moved him up. He was a defensive player for a long time. They tried to get him back there on that left wing. Couldn't get it there. Still looking. It's the best, probably. Well, I was going to say it was the best possession I've seen from Model so far, but kind of gave that up early in the midfield. Got to play that left wing. Nope. Couldn't get his foot on the ball. I think he had Ephraim coming down the side if he could have seen him. All right, looks like Southern's on the attack here. Look like Kidwell's trying to make a run. Let's see what you want to see.
Rear heeled it.
Yeah, that's over the top. But what you really want to see, your center possession here, your midfielders coming down the field for Madison Southern, your defense is going to make a play. Your defense needs to stop because when the pass goes off, it puts Kidwell offside. So you want to trap him on the offsides position instead of trying to run with him.
Right.
So that left back needed to hold instead of trying to run with him. And that's the only reason he even had a shot.
Is that a coaching strategy? Is it a flaw in the play right there? I mean, is that what the Patriot coach would try to educate him on doing? Or, I mean, you're seeing it from here, so is it just not a heads-up play by the players or just a philosophy?
Well, I think it's more of a philosophy. You want to keep your defense up, and especially on a team like this that plays over the top, you want to trap them on that offside side as much as possible. I know when Central played Southern I think Southern had about 15 offsides calls, and that's kind of where you want to put them. You want to put your defense almost on the midfield line, which is kind of where they're cheating up to right there with Chris and Nate Frisbee, and you want to keep them there. So when they make that pass to midfield, he's definitely going to be in an offsides position because they do play over the top. You know it's coming. That's how they score a lot of their goals.
Battle on the end line, gets the ball back to Southern.
Yep.
Missed header there.
Tried to back heel there.
Back heel right in the player's face.
There in the face there. Oh,
wow.
I was going to say, they called that on Model.
Wow.
I thought the elbow was out on Maguire there, but that was all right. It was a lot of contact both ways, so it looks like Chase Bentley in the middle of the field, there in left center back. And play all the way up.
Gets it in the air.
Cleared out by Chris, and Ephraim's going to try to continue to clear that. Still no control. Get that ball on your feet. It's where you're trying to go right now. So you have, there you go. Yeah, so you have more control on what you have on your possession when you go to your feet. Good back, right back there. That was a perfect play. Nice give and go, and you come back down the middle of the field, but misplayed there in the middle of the field. So not real crisp on the execution right now.
Is the nerves right now, or
the one good thing about it is we're up here. And we don't have to worry about really playing it, but it's more repetitive nature. It's what you want to see. Jacob Backus has been a center back for a long time, and now he's playing front, and he's obviously embraced it. He's one of their leading scorers, but that's a lot of chemistry. That's
right.
When you talk about other teams, when these teams have been playing together for so long and they know each other and they know where they're going to be, that's the toughest part to beat when you're trying to play a team like that. So, like, Rich is going to try to turn, didn't quite get his foot down. Still controlled by Model. So he's looking to – there you go. Now he's got Rich on the court. You got the whole corner on the right side open. He's going to go back to the middle of the field. But you had
he should have went further into the corner.
Yeah, he had the corner side. He could have crossed it. Was played a little bit by Nate Frisbee.
Strike one there on number 9.
Yeah, that's a good play off. And then right back to
with the old right.
He's going to take the shot. Oh, he tried to collect it. I tell you what, if it's a one-touch game right there, okay, if you want to know the difference, it's a one-touch play. That ball goes in the middle, you got one shot, you just finish it. He couldn't get his fingers on it, balance off. He tried to clear it, and he tried to set it, and when he set it, he didn't have the ball. But, that's a one-touch. He had the goal, I think, if he had the one-touch. He would put it right in the corner if he could have done it. But I think he was just off balance. That's the only problem. I don't think he was expecting it as fast as it came over. But that's a nice play by Southern to beat. And that's what you see a lot of from Tanner. He's a good one-on-one player. He's a good two-on-one player. You can bring the defense, and a lot of times he's going to get through you very quickly. He's just got that strength to get through a lot of that contact. That's what I think they moved Jacob up front. That's a slow pass. He can't make that pass. You got to look for pace. So you're in the box. Your passes have to be crisp and quick. Crisp and quick. Looks like Chris is going to control this.
Deliberate.
And here you go. Ephraim's got the side of the field. He's going to run. And he's going to play it down to Jacob. Now, what do you want to see? Where's he going with this? Good play. Go right back to Jacob in the corner. There you go. Now you come in. He should be there you go. Now he should have a shot. Oh, that was a nice look. But the execution was good. Nice give and goes. Kept the defense off center. Couldn't quite get regrouped. They're playing one-on-one. And then I look for him to go far post on that instead of going right at the goalie. But that was a heck of a shot and a good play. It was the first real attempt I've seen from Model. That's a keeper. Ooh, is that a corner?
Corner kick.
Yeah, it's going to be a corner. Now, this is what I say. One of the most dangerous player on the field is McGuire Jennings on these corners. He can put these pretty much in the goal from his spots. He's a dangerous player from that side. Where's your height? Tanner's going to be on the far side. Taylor's going to be on the far side. So he'll put this right in front of the goal. Right there. Yeah, that was a heck of a – you see that keeper had – it was a good heads-up play by the keeper, but he's a dangerous player when you get on corner kicks on set pieces. And Nate's still trying to work on a little bit of control. Chase has got in the middle of the field now, Chase Bentley. A lot of room in the midfield. You don't really have to make that pass. You got to play the corners. Looks like Christian's got complete control on that side. He's going to let that roll out. It's going to be a throw in Madison Southern. Nice night for soccer. I think last night we had that storm moving in. It was a little cold. It's nice little chilly. You're on a soccer field right now. You feel good.
Yep.
Subbing out here early for Madison Southern. Got 2 in the game. Looks like McGuire Jennings is coming out.
Double overtime game before this one.
Yeah, the Madison Southern girls were in the it was about a 20-yard kick, I think, wasn't it, to win that game in overtime. So they're going to be Madison Southern, Madison Central in a rematch of last year's district final. Played back by Tanner. And looks like Yoder's going to control this for a few minutes and see what he's got. Interesting. Looks like Brockman's going to try to play in the middle of the field, waiting on the ball a little bit, I think. Still looking. Model's doing a good job on possession. They're not getting rattled at all. They're still got a good control. A little ill-advised inside when they get a little close to the 18. Still looking. Brockman's gonna set this. He needs to go back to Rish, and he needs to play this corner side. There you go. I need to turn. Yeah, he got a little bit of pressure. He needed to turn the other way and try to get that corner. So not just still a little off on everything. So.
And you're standing around a little bit with a double overtime. You're geeked up. You're ready to go. You've been thinking about it, working at it, and then you got to sit around.
And you got to overplay. Southern's got 4 subs in the first, about 10 minutes of the game. So it looks like you're going to keep people fresh, try to keep people off the field, and try to wear Model down a little bit. I don't know how deep Model really goes, to be perfectly honest.
Neither team just looks crisp. I mean, they're still filling each other out, and I don't know. You know, I'd like to say they had the double overtime. They had to wait and see what happened on the game in front of them. So they'll get loose here. We're
in a game like
minutes into this thing so far.
Yeah, it's about 10 minutes. And in a game like this, a lot of it is who gets on the board first. You know, there's a little bit of sloppy play. People kind of trying to feel each other out where the defense is going to be, and who's going to be making their runs. But they haven't. I think we've seen 2 really good opportunities on both teams so far. Was close to a handball there by Bevins.
They didn't call any handballs last night either.
Yeah.
Didn't seem.
Thought he brought his hand up. Kidwell's going to have some space here. Still turning the turn. There you go. It looks like going out wide now. This is where you want to go. See, the one thing Now you got the corner. There you go. But he's got 1 on 5. That's when you want to play it back here, set your defense. You got 5 players in front of you.
Oh, they got it back. Ooh.
Yeah, they're going to play possession on that. Oh, go to the corner.
The corner.
Are you going to get there?
To it?
You got it. Nope. Saved by Christian. Christian got a big left foot on that side, too.
Pace is picking up here a little.
I'm going to call that on Tanner. Thought he brought the trying to put his body between him and the ball. I think there's a little bit of contact on that. He's going to tell Tanner to be quiet.
Keep the sportsmanship in check out here.
Yeah, he's just going to tell him, don't argue with the calls. It's not one of those things. So
that other guy's been reffing around here for quite a while.
Yep.
Does a pretty good job keeping everybody in check.
Yep. It looks like Tanner's going to have some. He's got 1-on-2 if he can get this through. Here comes the model defense to try to recover. I don't think. Yeah, it's a keeper play. Everybody's just running. He put it out in front. I thought he was going to make that wing was going to come down and maybe close that in and bring it back for him, but neither body can get to the ball on that one. So.
All right, so we got 22 minutes left. If you were coaching here, what are you going to tell your? What are you from the sideline saying? What adjustments would you make for one team or the other?
Well, I mean, they're both kind of playing to the game plan. I mean, it looks like Model's trying to play a little bit more possession, especially from the back. There's a nice shot. Ooh, Tanner had a header there in the box. It was going to be crossed over. Good play by the keeper. I think Model's trying to stick with possession, especially in the midfield. They're trying to control. I think they need to be a little more patient. They're trying to rush. They got 1-on-5. We saw that. You got to be able to set that. And Southern's playing to their game plan. They're going to play over the top and try to get Kidwell isolated as much as possible, especially when he comes down. You saw that last play we had 1-on-2. He's a good player with the 1-on-2. He can score with anybody on that. So they're going to continue to try to isolate. So until there's really a score in this game, until somebody nobody's really going to adjust anything.
Gotcha.
And it's still, like I said, it's anybody's game. I said that last night when we were out here watching the Central game. This game was going to be, it could go anywhere. And it was a 2-1 game last time, and I think it's going to be probably in that area again tonight. These teams are this played off. It's like got to come up on that.
Goalkeeper for the Southern team's got 5 shutouts this year.
Mm-hmm.
And the goalkeeper for the Model's got 3.
Mm-hmm.
So got a couple of.
A lot of that also.
Depends on who you're playing.
Yeah, a lot of that's up to competition. I mean, it depends on what your schedule is, how hard the teams you're playing, what you're going to have to play. It's going to test those defensive players a little bit more. I think both these teams are solid defensively, but I think they also both have some weaknesses on different sides. So
you got Lake for the Eagles and
he's a senior, I believe.
Emery for the Patriots here, the goalies.
Called that a goal kick. I thought I came off, tried to play that off Christian's foot. So it looks like every time they do a goal kick, Lake won't take it. Looks like Christian's going to be clearing that out for everybody. 50-50 balls. This is a game of 50-50. Who's going to win the 50s? That one's going to be won by Southern out of the air. Nice play by McGuire, who's back in the game. Chris is going to try to clear that out. Oh, wow, that was a good possession. He just flat took that. A lot of contact. Jesus, a lot of contact. I mean, good Lord, that's going to be.
Now, he got on him earlier for arguing with him, but he let a lot of play go on right there. You can't. I guess they're just going to pick and choose when they're going to try to officiate.
The deal on that was he wanted to see who had possession, because if Model continues possession down the field, they're not going to call that foul because they have the advantage.
Right.
So he was waiting to see where the advantage went, and then once the advantage got turned and Southern got, he called the foul. So he was waiting to see where that ball went, and if he had to run down the field, he couldn't call the foul. It's going to stop the advantage. Turn. That's a good play. Very good play. Can he get there? Good use of the body on the inside. Nobody turns. Good play. All right, looks to be a corner kick. We're going to look for McGuire to put this in. Southern's really good in set pieces. Anytime you give them a set piece, they're going to be really, really good on the corners, really good on the fouls outside the box. So this will be in some pretty dangerous territory. They're going to have to handle this. This is where probably, if you look at where this game's going to be won, it's going to be right here.
There it is.
Good play.
Up in the middle.
The header. Oh, played out. Nice header back out by the defensive player. And cleared finally. Back into the box. Another header. And good play by the keeper to hold out of that. So still no blood either way. We still got a 0-0 game. We got about 18 minutes to go here in the first half. Still nobody really a clear advantage. I think we've seen both teams take a couple of decent shots. It's got a couple headers there late, a couple on set pieces there in the last few minutes. Looks like Southern's kind of got a little bit of control. Oh, they're not going to call that. Nope, they're not going to call that. They were looking for the call in the box on that, and they didn't call it.
Okay.
That call's made. It's a penalty kick 1-on-1. So I think he was looking for that. There was a little contact, but I don't know to what extent. Now he'll throw this ball in just like a corner kick.
Not any more than I've seen with
any
other contacts.
And what you see a lot of times on the refs on these games, especially on district games, they're not really going to make that call unless they see the flagrant call, because they don't want to dictate who wins this game, especially on a penalty kick. Still no blood. Southern's kind of got a little bit of advantage, I think, in the last couple of minutes. We'll see if Model can regroup and kind of get some possession back. A lot of substitutions on Southern.
Yeah,
trying to wear this team down a lot.
Southern, that's what I was going to say. Southern's been on the offensive end of it for quite a while. Patriots fighting them off at every turn.
But you look down here, you got one Model player on 6 right now. So they're not pulling the floor. They're not filling that field up, or they're pushing. We saw that last night where the defensive getting pressure immediately.
Yep.
You're not seeing the forwards up. You're seeing the forwards kind of cheating back into the midfield to protect against anything that's going to be over the top.
Right, and keeping them off the goalie, obviously, which is the game plan with that style of play. Protecting the goalie in their end.
Call that out on Model. It's going to be a throw-in for Christian and Madison Southern. 16 minutes to go in the first half. Still no control down here. Finally cleared out. Not really, though, so it looks like Ephraim's going to get played. That's a good play if the keeper comes out, though. He need to play that a little bit more to the corner.
He had some space to get it over there and try and draw somebody, too, it looked like.
Yeah, if he could play that a little bit to the corner, they probably could have crossed it.
Yep. Tried to pass it a little prematurely.
McGuire coming in. No out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for Madison Southern.
That's just close enough for
No, he was going to – I think because they had Taylor open, nobody was really marking him when he came off the ball. So, and there's the header. Yep.
Got in.
Yep.
Goalie fell down. His feet came right out from under him like he was on a plate of ice. He went for it, and just his feet just were gone.
But that's kind of one of those
where you anticipate something hard and they throw a change up.
Yeah, and he's kind of been – we saw that in the last few minutes. We kind of shift over to where the Southern kind of had a little bit of advantage, had about 4 or 5 header opportunities in the middle. And then that's what I said. On set pieces, they're going to be a dangerous team to deal with. The ball was a throw-in. They crossed it over, and he was the only one in the middle field. So
it was a good effort by the goalie. He just absolutely fell just like somebody had a hold of his feet.
Yeah. Now, this is where you say, okay.
And when I play, that's where I play. And I can get these guys run down there 90 miles an hour and stop and get you all charged up and just boop, right past you. And looked like he was looking one way, and they threw him the change-up.
When we talked about earlier, do you adjust your game plan? So now you're down 1. What do we want to see if we see Model make any adjustments? That's what we want. Are they going to be content to play what they've been playing? Are they going to have to move some people up and try to get more aggressive? There's going to be a pass behind him that was ill-advised. He was making a run and came behind him on that.
My observation of the Patriot coach over the matches that I've watched, he doesn't do a whole lot of coaching.
No, he does
he just kind of lets it ride, and I don't know that he makes any changes, does he? He just kind of.
That's kind of what he's always done. That's a dangerous play. That's I thought that went in. That was a dangerous play. They put that ball up in some dangerous territory. No, he's typically one that doesn't make a lot of adjustments on the game. He doesn't do a lot of movement. He'll go with his game plans, and that's what he does. That's another one. Oh, cleared out. Wow.
Model is scrambling right now trying to get it out there and can't get it out.
Finally got it cleared. But still, it's on that side of the field. So Southern's got a clear advantage right now. Back over to the cross. McGuire's going to let that go. He's going to turn and fire. And it's going to go wide. So Modern's going to get a goal kick out of that. So, yeah, we've seen a complete shift as far as momentum and the way this game's being played. So they're putting a lot of pressure. And when you see that, that's what I say. Southern has a goal. You're seeing all his midfield start to move up and attack. They're all moving into that attack. They got a goal to play with right now. So he's going to go after 2 or 3 more to try to get this thing to where it needs to be, and you still only have 1 or 2 players on that side of the field still for Model. They got to get into an attack mode to get this game even, hopefully at least by halftime if they're going to do anything with it. Still not cleared. We got 4 Madison Southern players down the field, and cleared out by Nate Frisbee. It's going to be a throw-in for Madison Southern.
A throw-in for Southern?
Should have been. I thought it was cleared out by Frisbee.
Looks like Models.
Well, looks like they didn't. Models got the ball. And good throw.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Nope, cleared out.
Models making it tough on them. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, when the goalie went down, I mean, it was just like he was on a sheet of ice. He went with his upper body, his feet just. Psh.
I know we had a little bit of rain last night, but it's been a sunny day all day today. I can't imagine there'd be that much water on this field or anything like that. But it's like the 3rd player I saw fall down there so far.
And that's what I was saying when the goalie went for it. It just looked completely just not like an athletic move or anything at all. Just absolutely lost track or lost footing and traction and couldn't get where he needed to be to defend his goal.
Throw in here. This is the this is going to be a throw in run corner kick. Looks like Kidwell's going to take this, so he should be able to throw this all the way to the goal.
So all of the Patriots are down here for defense. You got 2 in midfield for Southern. In case somebody were to break and shake.
That's what usually in any kind of if you're watching another team, you're going to have 1 forward up. So if you have 2 defenders back, even on a corner, you're going to have an outlet player so that he can get a break. But it looks like they're just bringing everybody down to prevent the goal right now. Like I said, you start to see a lot of their midfield cheating back a little bit. And that's why most of your midfield play is everything's being won by Southern out of the midfield right now.
Yep.
So we haven't seen hardly any possession anymore by Model at all. I think early on they had a little bit and they looked pretty good. But see, you had the whole field in front of you on that. And then you had to be ill-advised. So just not real crisp on where everybody's at. You know, you got about 20 yards, bring your defense up, let that guard, and then make your pass. But he had a lot of field, and nobody's really communicating with him.
There's pushed him off. Oh,
man. Yeah, I was going to say.
He was having his way with him.
Yeah, he's going to yellow card him, too. He didn't. Oh, he's yellow carding McGuire Jennings for talking back to him. That's what he's saying. Talking to him. It's called dissent. When you talk, you talk to the ref, you're going to get some dissent yellow card. So what they don't need, if you're Madison Southern, you need to keep your head and start playing smart, because if you get a red card and you're out on district final if you wait to the final game. So you better figure out how to keep your head about you. And still Frisbee's going to control that. This model seems to be content so far just to kind of play that back. Not really make any aggressiveness. And just trying to stay in the game right now more than anything. Take it to the corner. Nope. Jump back to the middle of the field.
He just doesn't seem to have any help or anybody. I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Your spacing and the timing
one of the things
is
you're
just
looking at,
off.
especially if you're a coach or a player, if you're playing wing and everybody's in the middle of your field, you go to the corners because your defense is all in the middle of the field. You're going right back into the defense, and they're going to take it from you. So right now you look at the field. Everybody in the middle of the field in the 18 is inside. You got the corner, play with the corner instead of going right back into the defense, which he just did. You need to play the corner shot and then put it in front of the goal. Cleared out. I think all go to bounds where?
About 9 minutes left. Southern
up 1-0 so far. About 9 minutes to go in the half. A lot more control lately by Madison Southern. Really, Model's kind of been scrambling the last few minutes. There's a good give and go. Go to the corner. Go to the corner. There you go. And play around, and now you come back into the middle of the field, and now you got to set on a corner kick. See what the advantage is? See what we're talking about? You're creating space on the corner. When you turn, if you got speed and you can put your body between him and the player and turn that corner, you get a cross, or you get a corner, which is what they're looking for. Now you get a place where anything can happen on this particular play. So play it in. And still trying to turn. Nope. Look for Ephraim to try to get some action in this game. We haven't really seen a lot of him as far as who's his advantage. More substitutions for Madison Southern. So we see this game plan and what they're trying to do pretty much. We haven't seen one substitution for Model. That I haven't seen one yet. So clearly they're going to be trying to wear this team down. I don't know, like I said, with Bryant Feck hurt, I'm not sure how deep they really go. That's cleared out. And going to be a throw in for Model. 7.5 to go in the first half. 1-0 Madison Southern. Honestly, I think it could have been a lot worse. They had a couple of point-blank range shots that they missed. So, Model's been a little lucky so far not to have this a whole lot worse than what it was. He wasn't expecting that ball back like that. Play it back. There you go. Wings are open in this game, guys. Wings are open. There's a play out.
And we
he's
ain't
going to have to
talking
make
about
that
chicken
ball.
wings.
Well, those seem to be open too. But both sides of the field are open. I mean, we were seeing that countless times. Model hasn't really taken advantage, maybe one or two times taking those corners. But, both sides of those fields are wide open. Still none. Going to be a throw in for Madison Southern. And another substitute for Madison Southern. Still waiting on the throws. 6 minutes to go in the first half. 1-0. Game kind of got a little helter-skelter since we've seen a lot of, they called that foul on Brockman.
Pushing goal against the Patriots. Free kick.
Look at the side ref and his facial expressions when Model fans got on about that call right there. He's just laughing. There was contact. You can't play through even if he did flop, he played on the contact. Kid came from behind. There's no way you can get out of that. Got to make sure he gets his 10 yards. They get 10. It's a good play. It's a good play. Nice play by that keeper too. That ball was in. That was a tough play for that keeper, and he made it look easy. I think he keeps his footing. It's still a 0-0 game.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
Still looking. Jacob Backus needs to try to settle. There you go. Get the ball on your feet. When you're in the middle of the field, get the ball on your feet as fast as you can. You can't keep that ball in the air as much as possible. Oh, okay. Now you play it. See, but I see what they're doing. They're just not. When they're turned, they're trying to get. They get the ball on their feet and control. They got to be. It's a one-touch game, especially inside the 18, and they're trying to get too much possession inside there. They got to. The passes have to be faster. Does that make any sense?
Yep.
The game has to be played faster.
They're not diligent or deliberate with their passing, and they're playing right into the teeth of the defense.
You can play that way. You don't have time to settle. You have to make the touch. So he's moving in the middle. Back into the middle of the field.
He's trying to pass it through 6 people, and he turns it right back over to Southern.
Played still. Looks like Model's got a little bit of possession back. And then one touch to the side, one touch back. One. Come back to the middle of the field. You got the whole left side of your field open. Or right side. You see Brockman standing over here?
Yep.
Your whole side of your field is open. You've got to reverse field to get the defense off balance. Still looking in there. It looks like Kidwell's going to have finally get control of this. Nice way of Brockman to play up. That's a good pass into the corner. Is he going to get there? Nope. It's going to be a goal kick for Madison or for Model. But see what everything's about where your space is and how quickly you can move the ball from side to side. What you'll see a lot of in your upper teams are a lot of reverse. The balls will reverse quick. So you'll play in that group, and suddenly the ball's open. You'll see the whole side of the field open. You can play it in from there. That's why you get a lot of your one-on-ones where people can get a lot of advantage. Instead, they seem to be content to try to work the ball through the middle of that defense, and it just doesn't seem to be working right now. Still, that's a good play. Good play by the keeper to come out. Most of the advantage still to Madison Southern so far. I haven't seen a lot of, Models had a couple of really decent shots. I think the best, of course, was Jacob Backus. He went and he had the keeper kind of stop that right on, but that was a nice turn. Still a lot of contact. All right. It's nice. There you go. Find your corner. You get there. Still going. Bring it out. Oh, you kind of kept it alive, but he couldn't keep it in. Goal kick. But see, you have the advantage if that pass is on target. You can turn that right towards the goal, and I think your forwards are moving, and you got a good play inside the box for any advantage. Okay, goal kick out by Christian. Looking at 2 minutes to go really in the first half. A lot of kickball going on right now. No real control, just content to kind of blast it all over the field. And he's going to make a turn. Ball got a little bit out in front of a good play. Back two, but he wasn't ready. Now he's going to turn it. Play your wing, play your corner. He had Rish on the run. Even Rish saw him. He had the whole right side of the field wide open, and we play the advantage on that. Now they're going to call that on Taylor. So set piece here. It looked like got a minute, almost right at a minute on the play. It's a real dangerous territory. These kids can put this ball here, so look for Model to bring some players up, and they're going to look to hopefully maybe even this score up with this minute to go. He's going to take it, Jacob. Oh, gosh.
Wow. That's a good 64-yarder.
Woo! Wow. Okay. That's a field goal there. That's a bomb right there. So we're under a minute. We got about 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Southern's going to be content to kind of control and take their time with this kick. Not really play the ball in the back and then walk off the field, hopefully with a 1-0 lead in case something. You don't want to give anything up stupid here. That ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Model throw in. About 20-something seconds to go here. Still counting down. Saw Model start to attack a little bit more there and then towards the end of the half. I think we saw Ephraim make some runs. But nothing really steady so far. Under 10 seconds.
6, 5, 4, 3.
He's going to take it and throw it in, so we're good to go.
And there's your first half.
All right. So we got a first half score, 1-0 Madison Southern. Again, I still say the same thing. Game goes either way. I think Southern had a lot of control earlier for about maybe the mid part of that half. They really kind of took control of the game. We saw Model take a little bit of advantage there coming back. They still not crisp with the passing, still not quite there with the speed of play. So we'll see how it all pans out in the second half.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. A shout out to another great sponsor, Journey Auto and Boat Sales in Richmond. And welcome to another great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby in Highland Park.
Southern High School, we got a District 44 matchup between the Madison Southern number 2 seed against Model. Larry saw a game last night, ended kind of early. I had a 9-0 game. Not sure what to expect with a senior-laden kind of Madison Southern team. They probably got a little more firepower, a little more athleticism than Model right now. Model's still kind of a little shallow on the lineup, so I'm not sure really what to expect other than you're going to see a lot over the top. You're going to see a lot of Tanner kind of playing in the box, trying to get him in open space down there.
Right. Well, last night, we did see a short game. Just saw a long game right in front of us, two overtime match there where Southern winds up winning it on about a 20-yard kick. So we'll get this other game going here in just a little bit. It looks like the Patriots come in 10-6. They lost to Madison Southern 2-1 August 27. Eagles come in 12-4 in one tie. So, I haven't seen these teams play anywhere near as much as you have, but it seems to me like whoever comes out and plays the most to control the rhythm and the pace of the game is going to benefit.
And you look to see somebody take advantage early. That's what we're going to look for early on, see who gets that early advantage. So, all right, let's see if we can get this game.
We'll be back for action. It's going to be the I guess it's still the first round. This championship game comes in after this Thursday night?
Thursday night. Madison Central is going to be waiting on whoever wins this one.
They'll be right back. Madison Southern versus the Patriots.
Welcome back. We're going to second half action here. Madison Southern versus Model. 1-0 game for Madison Southern. Larry saw a little bit of ebbs and turns in this game. I think Southern took a lot of advantage there in the middle of the first half and took a lot of shots. I think they finally got one to break through. We saw the keeper kind of lose his footing down there on that side, but it was a good play, and he ended up losing 1-0. So Model tried to take a little bit of control here at the end of the second half. Saw them kind of take some chances. Looks like they got a good decent chance there now. Still trying to turn and get the ball on your feet. Still got it inside. Nobody down there.
Seems like Model's content just to keep it in the middle. We talked about that and then confirmed it at halftime as to why they wouldn't come to the corners, but their coaching philosophy or their vision is to take it to the middle, and so far
right.
Southern's responded.
Yeah, this is going to be dangerous. He's going to try to cross this here to still controlled. He's going to take this shot. That's going to be way over the keeper. That was an interesting shot. No, Madison or Model's coaching staff and their seems philosophy is to play through the middle of the field. That's kind of uncharted territory for me because I see most teams go play to the corners and the wings, and what we've seen open in this game is the wings and the corners. But apparently that's the head coaching philosophy is to try to play through the middle. I don't think that's going to be there. It looks like Southern's already made that adjustment, and they're going to clog that up. So they're going to make them play the corners, or Model's going to pretty much have a rough
force
time
Model
getting anything
in an
done.
uncomfortable situation because it's not something they do a whole lot of.
Yeah, they're
and Southern having playing them once and beating them 2-1 is obviously looking for that game plans prepared for it because Model's not having any success getting any shots off or creating any
right
space
back to the middle of the field.
Yeah,
that's your game. Now this is what we're playing to the middle of the field again. You're still looking into. I've got 6 defenders right there in the middle of the field right now. Southern's going to try to clear that a little bit. Looks like McGuire Jennings is going to try to do a back heel. I think he got cute with that. He should have just settled that and made the run. Southern does settle, though. We'll get back to the back line and see if we can get control over it. Christian's going to control on the right. And he's going to release that. It's kind of what we've seen. Good play by the keeper to come up, which is kind of what we talked about. You see your back line release and see if you can get a one-on-one with your forwards, and hopefully they can create space. If Tanner gets that on his foot, it's going to be a dangerous play to try to control him. Good play to the corner. Nice play by the defense to come up. Throw in for the Eagles. McGuire's going to try to set that on his foot. Not controlled yet. He's going to turn. can't let that player turn if you're a defensive player. And we're going to try a goal kick right there. So Nate Frisbee's going to set this, and he's going to take the goal kick. Still a lot of the same we've seen before. 1-0 Madison Southern, still playing over the top. If you're Madison Southern, trying to get a one-on-one situation, Model's still content to kind of play through the middle of the field and try to get some possession that gives them an advantage. But I haven't seen anything really in the middle that's going to indicate they're going to get that. Nice back heel to Taylor. Came up on the defensive play. It was a good play. He got space if you go to the left side. Instead, he went to the middle of the field. You can see that that's definitely their condition. That's where they want to play. Jacob's still got the run. Can he get his left foot? Oh, nice. One touch. One touch.
Ooh.
Oh, that was there's another flagrant one. They called that. Look, and now he's trying to stare him down. I mean, that's just that's a yellow card. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought he fouled him the first time, followed up the foul the second time, then had something to say to him afterwards. That's a yellow.
And we saw that in the very first part of the game. I wondered if they were trying to send a message and just see who's the toughest. I don't know exactly how they rule these things for unsportsmanlike, or, where they assess the judgment on how far they're going to let these guys go. And I asked you during halftime off the air, would the referees stay consistent with their pattern, or – kind of what's the MO?
Another one. He put that in a parking lot. That's the second time he's done that.
Over off the back of the bus. That's just ridiculous.
You got to put that on frame. You got to get your body over top of the ball and at least put it into the wall or over on frame. I mean, you're not going to get those shots on set pieces. I don't know what.
That ball, that's not even anywhere close to the field of play. I mean, that's
one of them we had
giving it away.
We had one in the back parking lot, and then we got one that was all the field back there when he did those. So Chase is going to get the header in the middle of the field, and looks like Southern's going to mount an attack. Got a good run here. And there's another one. Looks like McGuire Jennings is okay. Nate Frisbee's going to get the call on that. And they're going to call McGuire Jennings down. They carded Nate Frisbee.
After all that at the other end, then he gets a card.
Yeah, it's going to be – I think he's hurt. That might have been a tough one. I mean, Nate's a big boy, so when those two collide, that's going to hurt.
Stop the clock.
We hope nothing's bad is going to happen. So, but looks like we have a
do they stop the clock on that? Is this like football?
If the ref says stop the clock, he will. If the game's out of control, let's say it's a 9-0, 8-0 game, they may just continue the clock running. But in this case, it's a 1-0 game. You're going to stop the clock.
Gotcha.
So
I know that sometimes even, in professional, they'll have one of these guys get hemmed up and the clock keeps running and they help them off.
Well, yeah, but they can add time at the end. In these games, they can't.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So we're going to take a break here. We got a man down the field, and we will be back in a few.
Madison Southern still with the lead, 1-0.
All right, welcome back. Let's see, McGuire Jennings is going to walk off the field on his own accord, so it looks like he's going to be okay. I'd like to see him come back and be healthy. So we got a Madison Southern kick here just outside of the box. It's a pretty tough area. The thing is, McGuire is the one that usually takes these for them, so we'll see what the second kicker looks like. They get a little height in the middle with Daylor, and he can jump, and we got Kidwell who can get off the air too, and he's a pretty good-sized kid. So look for this cross to come far post. And see Tidwell on the back post there. That's where you're going. There it is. And cleared out. Finally controlled by the keeper. Trying to get through the mess there and finally got through his own player and got that. So Ethan, I haven't seen him yet this game. He's younger. He's a sophomore. So back to the middle of the field again. Turn for Jacob playing the wing side. And they're going to go right back into the middle of the field again and lose the ball in possession. Good play by Rich to get that controlled. So you got an advantage. Go to the wing. He's wide open again.
No, they're not going to the wing. They're coming to the middle.
He came right back.
It's just it's kind of like, since everybody's looking for it, we're not going to do it type of thing, and it's just frustrating to watch because they have wide. They look open.
Yeah, I was going to say that they got players making those runs. They got players cheating back and falling back to where the open positions are, and they're setting themselves up, but they're just not. They just don't even look. That's the weirdest thing for me. They don't even look to that corners. They don't look to those sides. So they immediately turn middle and go. It's kind of mind-blowing sometimes to watch.
Is it unconventional? Is it just a philosophy, or
it depends. If
on
you're
your personnel,
a lot has to do with personnel. So if your model and you have a big forward and I guess Ephraim qualifies under that category as a big striker forward, or you put Jacob in the middle and a big striker forward, and you have power, then you're going to play the middle of the field because your power can go through. But in this case, I don't see them being that dominant a player. I'll equate it with when Henry Clay had John Menga, who's playing in Cincinnati. He's the leading scorer for University of Cincinnati this year. They won a state championship. This guy's about 6'5", and he looked like a linebacker, and they played him on forward. You play with John Menga in the middle of the field. I mean, I totally get that.
Yep.
I don't see that type of player on this field to dictate that's where you're going. And now Southern kind of plays that way with Kidwell, where they put him over the top, and even then they play more almost to the wing sometimes. You got him wide open. As Rich is wide open on that side, you got to get him the ball. Go wide. Go wide. And here comes Tanner on that corner. He's got speed. He's going to turn the corner. Oh, he lost the ball.
Outran it.
Yeah, he just lost the ball. I think he made the turn. He was in good shape. I think he was going to goal.
Ball just hung up there on some crabgrass or something.
Yep. Something. Looked like he just misplayed it, didn't it? 30 minutes to go in the whole game. 1-0, Madison Southern. Models looking for the equalizer, but really has not had any opportunities in this second half so far. Still content to play, try the middle of the field. That's an interesting shot right there.
That it was low and playable.
Yeah, I was going to say you want to keep it respectable with that keeper and make him play. You don't want to put it over the goal. And nice header, but nobody down there back in the middle of the field. Oh, he played a play with that. Still looking for anything right now, for any advantage when I see for Model trying to play. But, I see Southern's trying to play some sloppy ball. Put the ball on your feet at this point. If you're a player, okay, you're going to have to call that. Yep.
Quarterback.
Well, he went airborne and once he went airborne, it was over. Yeah. Got some fun fans out here tonight. We got a good crowd out here.
Nice.
Yeah, that was great.
Is that Jim Carey?
I think it looked like it, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to play the ball, he's going to be the corner, races to the ball at this point. Good stop. Nope, got five taken away from him. Good way to hold his ground on that defensive player.
Still
sloppy,
after it.
Getting awful sloppy right now. Trying to one-on-one it. A lot of people trying to one-on-one instead of making the passing, trying to win on your own at this point. Doing too much. That was delayed there. Brockman should have that. Go to the middle of the field with Jacob this time. He's wide open. Pass was a little bit off on delayed side. So cleared. Good job by getting that on your feet. And we got a little bit of extracurricular going on down here. They called that on Ephraim's brother, Chris. And that one got a little bit we got a little heated right there, I think. You can tell it's a good district game. Under 30 minutes, 1-0.
Kind of had a little bit to do with that, too. I think they've just let them be pretty aggressive.
That's a good ball. Good play by the keeper to bat that out. Still inside. These two have been playing tough all game.
Now,
oh, that was just that
he just threw himself into the model guy there.
Oh, he's going to card him.
That wasn't that. Okay.
Yeah. You're going to see a lot of that.
Because he just threw himself into
you're going to see a lot of
acting.
That. Yeah, a little bit of embellishing. Once you got the advantage. The problem is if you're a player on this field right now, you got to get that out of your head. You got to start playing within yourself. Stop playing the physical and understand that you got to put the ball on your feet and control. He's already seeing on the other side the physicality we saw earlier with these kids starting to battle on the far post. I saw that on the last free kick. They were kind of getting a little physical over there. So he's going to try to step in and get this game back under control. The next step would just tell everybody, if I see it, you're going to get a card and you're going to be gone. So I don't think we're at that point yet, but it is getting a little chippy,
a little testy. Might have a little fracas out there.
There that goes. One team gets a little frustrated. One team gets a little cocky. The world just kind of collides a little bit. So we got a free kick for Nate Frisbee here. I'll tell you what, judging by that kick right there, Nate Frisbee's wanted me taking those free kicks from the midfield because that was a heck of a shot. My word, that was beautiful. I mean, you put that in, and he's calling all contact right now. Cleared out by Brockman in the middle of the field. Got to get on your feet. Ooh. Tell you what, if you're Model right now, what you need to do is start putting a lot of pressure on this back four. A lot of pressure. He should have let that go right to the keeper. What you're seeing is a lot of frustration coming on both sides. Model needs to put a lot of pressure on their back four defense, and they need to really test them. They really haven't been tested this game. They've been kind of sitting back there, and you just need to bring it all. Just bring everybody you can to get this in there.
Everybody marked up right there, and Southern's defense held up, took it straight away from them.
Running match right now. They're going to play in the middle. You don't see quite the same speed as we saw last night. I mean, we got maybe there's a little bit, Model's got a little bit of a slower team than they have maybe in the past in the years, especially with the Wiley brothers who could fly. So they have to be more possession oriented, more technical than they have been before in the past, I think. So Content on the top, 27 minutes to go. We'll play that in. And header out, good play. And finally cleared out.
Nice left foot kick.
Yeah, Jacobs got some space.
Can't get to it.
We throw in for Madison Southern. I thought his field slopes a little bit. I thought it was going to be a playable end, but we got two more substitutes for Madison Southern. Obviously, we said we know the game plan is here. We're going to wear Model down. We have still seen one substitution. That was when Nate was sent off on a card, and they brought Ethan in, and they subbed that right back out. So, everybody's just sitting there. There's no warming up. Everybody's just he's going to go with this lineup, and that's what he's going to play with. He's not going to adjust to anything. Chase Bentley in the middle is probably replacing Bryant Feck. Playing in the corner. It was just a slow pass. Good play, though, back. Now you play the corner. Go to the corner. Nope.
They will not go to the corner.
They will not go to the corner. He makes that turn. He's got a wide open space right in front of him, and they're playing it right back to the middle of the field again. Modern understands their game plan to the T, or Southern. I mean, they are very content just to pack it in the middle and give them the sides, because they're not going to tell. Whoever wins this game is going to have to change their philosophy a little bit, because I mean Southern will or Central will definitely be playing the corner.
What did he just kicked it back out of bounds? The throw in, the Model guy just kicked it right back out.
So we got two more substitutions for Madison Southern. Obviously, fresh players is what they're trying to play. 1-0 game. 25 minutes to go in the game. I think one thing would not benefit Model is if they score this goal and equalize and have to do an overtime, especially with running 11 men on the field and no substitution pattern at all.
But at least the weather is good enough for these guys to play in. It's not too crazy hot.
Yeah, it's
You know what I mean? It's not draining them any more than what they're capable of doing.
Yep.
Field's a little soft in front of the goals, but
you throw in here for Madison Southern. Play it to the side. I think McGuire expected that pass to go left, and it went behind him. Throw in, Madison Southern. Good throw off. That was a Madison Southern, so it's going to be a throw in for Model now. Model seems content. They seem to be fine. They're in the game. Anything can happen right now. They're still kind of playing their same game plan to the middle of the field, keeping their midfielders back a little bit. Nobody's really stressing or pushing a lot of pressure up. As this game wears on, they're going to have to move the numbers up, though. You got to see it, almost to the point where you got three backs, and you're going to move Chase and the other players up to get something equalizing at least. Right now, they do a little bit. You're starting to see a little bit of tired with me if you're looking at Model.
Well, they haven't substituted. They've played hard. They've been under duress most of the time.
That's a good play. He just flat.
What?
What is that?
What?
I totally didn't see that call. I thought it made clear,
either.
and he called that late. I don't know. I think it was he was
he
waiting to
hook
see an
him or
advantage
something?
or
I don't
something.
know.
So.
Oh,
it did go out? That's the call. Okay,
out of bounds.
I was like, I thought he called the
Yeah.
foul. I was like, I didn't see a foul.
From our
there.
vantage point, I couldn't see over that red, white, and blue cowboy hat. And
Yeah, that's a nice view.
Jim Carey down there.
Out of bounds. Going to be a kick for Model. So we really haven't seen a lot of it. I think Southern's still really kind of controlling most of the game. Model still had maybe a couple of small advantages. Really haven't seen much yet. But Southern really has really had most of control of this game.
Tell you what, that goalie for Patriots is absolutely booting them.
He's putting them out there.
Yes, he is.
They had a football team. He'd definitely be a kicker.
3/4 of the way down the field, about 12 foot in the air.
Yeah. Looks like Southern's going to turn the corner there, looking for Kidwell in there. Tries the flick in the middle, didn't quite get it, but still open space. He's going to take that on a one-touch.
Soft in front of the.
That's what you see. I'll tell you what, it didn't work. Okay, but he has the right idea. The ball comes in. You don't have time to settle. You got one touch to get in the goal. There's a great play by him. It didn't work for him because he couldn't get his foot on it really, but it's the smart play and it's the right play.
Looked like he lost his footing again.
Yeah, and that was a smart play by Dylan. He didn't need to collect. All the traffic was coming. He had a one-touch opportunity. He took it. That was a smart play. Nice header in. McGuire's going to control that. He's looking for Dylan in the middle of the field. And cleared out. I'd love you to tell you Chris's last name, but I can't pronounce it. So him and Ephraim both. Throw in Madison. So I've seen a lot of the games shift to this side of the field too.
Just like last game.
It's like that,
or last half.
It's like about that middle part of the half. You start to see Southern gain a whole lot of advantage. Model's just trying to clear, get the ball on there into the field, but Southern controls, brings it back down.
Model's got a lot of people walking around with their hands on their hips, sucking for air.
Yep. And it looks like we have a substitution here for Model. First one I've seen all game.
Coach must be going to send in a trick play.
In the middle. That's a good play. Didn't quite get his header on it. That was a nice set. Tanner made a good play on the corner, put it right in the middle of the box, and unfortunately he played a little bit higher. Couldn't quite get to it. But this is going to be a throw-in for Madison Southern. I expect this one to go all the way through to the box as well. So back out, controlled by Rish. He's got a little bit of advantage, couldn't quite get it, and then finally cleared out. But see that, right, when you get into the midfield, Model's got to be able to collect that and control that. Instead, that's like coming off.
I mean, you got people wide open on this side. They're just so
well,
close to each other. The spacing's not good.
It's where your first touch really is when you're playing because, like, it's not real clean. I don't know if it's the grass or the wetness, but because the ball's coming off, a lot of times the midfield is playing, it's coming back. Like they're not really controlling it. It's going to take that. Yep. That's a good shot. Good look. I mean, he had a shot. He had two people running. The goalie misplays it. Got an easy goal.
Middle of the field, just like you're talking about. Back to Southern possession. Model in no hurry to get back and try to help.
Nope, that was just misplayed. And that's what I'm saying. You're looking at where your energy levels are, where your first touch is, where are they going. All right, so we're going in the middle. Still looking. Go to the corner. We had your wing player running right down the field, and you lost it in the middle of the field again. It's tough. It's tough. They're giving you that side. You're just not taking it right now. Try to get cute.
Eagles. Substitution, Eagles.
Two more substitutions for Madison Southern. Four more substitutions for Madison Southern. So 4 more new fresh bodies trot in, and you see Model really just kind of see Chase over there with his hands on his knees, and Chris is back there with his hands on his hips, and I think seeing a lot of
Model's been under duress here quite a while.
Yeah, they just put up a hell of an effort. It's his own player he took out. Tanner's going to throw this in.
No communication, obviously. Two guys running over each other on the same team.
a good throw.
Header back to the corner.
Back to him. Still looking now. He goes to the corner. Going to turn the corner. Good play by the defense. Nice play by the defense.
Back into the middle of the field.
Headed out to the middle of the field where there's only Southern players. He's going to, still trying to get control. Can he get it? He went to the side, nobody there. He knew it. I think he had that pass, too. If he just could have get it down a little bit, I think Model had a good run. Well, he's got the whole side of the field right there. He just kind of. So Southern kind of moved into the possession game. They're trying to just pass around the 18. That's just a lost ball. See, right, that first touch?
Yep.
See that first touch? That's the one you got to get. Good job by Jacob to stay with. Go back to the middle. Nope. No communication. Brockman played off when Chase came up because he thought Chase was going to get the ball. Chase needed to tell me because Brockman should have stepped back and taken that ball. All right. Yep. Nate's going to clear out of bounds. And Nate's looking for communication too, especially from the keeper. He's looking back saying, "You got to tell me you're going to take it."
Yeah, he's got to
because
tell
by the time he put his foot on it, keeper can't.
Yep.
Keeper can't come up and grab it once he puts his foot on it. So that should be.
There's a wrap and a hold, but
still playing. There you go. Oh, really? A lot going on there. I don't know how you. That's kind of a. I guess he's trying to get control of the game. I thought that was kind of.
I've seen worse.
I've seen a lot worse today. It's a good play in the box. Ooh, I thought that was almost on frame too. Well, you see it clearly. I mean, if you look at most of what Madison Southern shots are and where they're going, everything comes off the header.
Yep.
You know, they're playing in the box, they're playing in the corner, they come in and they try to put it in the middle, they can get a header in the middle. I've seen a lot of great opportunities for them so far, especially in this game. They've had 3 or 4 really good opportunities. Going to call that. They got a man hurt a little bit too. I don't know. He's going to come off. He's trying to walk it off, I think. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. That Bevins. Miles had some injuries, so they don't need any more if they're going to stay in this game. You have 16 minutes to go in this half, or this game. District semifinals right here. Model's trying to hold on, just bring this game even right now. They're hoping for a little bit of an advantage to bring this game even. It's like Ethan's going to come on the field, Bevan's going to come off. They need some fresh legs anyway, I think, especially on that corner. A lot of advantage so far for Southern down here.
Absolutely. They've been spending so much time on this side of the field.
They just put a campsite up down here lately.
Yep.
It's been the last 5-10 minutes of the game. I haven't seen really. I saw Jacob make a little run back here, and that was almost on pure effort on his part alone. He went through 2 or 3 players by himself. That was a heck of a play. But
they spend enough time down here. There's no dew setting up. They get
short
on
corner,
the Patriot side of the field. It's
short corner in. Good play by the keeper to protect that. Now run. You got the whole field. You got man on. You got to call him. Yeah, you got to call him. Yeah, a little bit of frustration going on back there now.
Kick it right down the middle.
Yeah, and who's going to make the play here? And ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick.
Goal kick, Eagles.
Looks like there's a pretty decent crowd out here to support the teams this evening as well. It's a beautiful night. Into the middle of the field again, controlled by Southern.
Pretty much the same. There's their fresh legs, but one touch and again, no communication. Those players out there have got to be able to talk, and that ball just one touch. First touch is too far out in front. Southern takes the ball back. Good play by Brockman. Looks like he hurt himself though. Yeah, he's not. That one doesn't look good. He went down on his own on that slide tackle, and he's holding his knee. That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, they're going to stop the clock on this.
Let's take a break with them. Still 1-0 Southern over the Patriots.
Got 13, about 14 minutes to go here in the game. We'll be back in a few. Looked like Brockman went down on, walked off the field on his own. We'd love to see him hopefully come back strong. We don't want to see anybody get hurt. Same of the same. Southern's got a lot of control of this game still on their half of the field. Hasn't been about the same MO for about the last 5 or 10 minutes. Southern hasn't capitalized to Model's credit, I guess, on defense. A lot of good plays defensively to hold on to them, but they've had their chances. Keeper's been worked a little bit. Good play by him right there. So, you know, right now, still most of the advantage goes to Madison Southern. I've really only seen 1 or 2 real good shots so far from Model in this whole game. So, good play right through the middle. Can he get there? No. A good job by get the body. Oh, Riss made the turn. Good job. Takes a shot. Oh, that's the best opportunity I think I've seen. That was a great look. Riss made the turn. He defensive player was trying to play him in the body and didn't make it enough. Riss did a great job getting that ball back and turning on that defender. Had split him and right through the middle and had a shot. That was a great-looking shot. Keeper made a great play to stop it. But that's the best opportunity we've seen from Model really the whole game.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was a beautiful
See
shot.
if that'll inspire him a little bit.
Who are going to call this on? We're going to call card on Tanner Kidwell.
That is second?
No, second's a red. He don't want a red. Red means he sits out district finals. So that's what I said. Even if you're playing physical, even if you're playing, you need to slow down and control yourself in this game. There's another game after it. If you're either one of these teams, you got to be able to play. If you win this game, you're going to play another game. And you're going to be sitting out if you just do something stupid. And you're going to be smart. Good job by Jacob. Nice play. And good play again. Oh, couldn't quite get it. Did that go off the Central player? No, they called that goal kick. I thought maybe it went off the Southern defender off there on his hip, but I guess not. No, they did call it. They did call it. That is a goal kick, or a corner kick. So it looks like Model's going to have an opportunity here.
2 times here in the last minute and a half.
Yeah, looks like they got a little bit of rebirth here. Kind of
that's what I was
figuring
wondering
out.
if the last try would inspire them, let them know that they can play. And
yeah, you know, when you
maybe
see,
Southern starts going, uh-oh, they ain't done yet.
We saw this in the first half. Southern had mostly control in the middle of the game, middle of the half, and now Model kind of picked it up a little bit and got back in it. So there's the corner. It's too wide. There's nobody there. Ephraim's going to try to run this down, and he did. It's going to be still out, and it's going to be they called that a throw-in for Madison Southern. I thought that went off the Madison Southern defender. I thought Ephraim kicked it off his foot, but not the case. So we're going to move in. I'll get a Southern here. Kidwell comes back in. And like I said, in this case, just hope he plays smart, does the right thing. You don't want to get anything dumb here in the later part of the game and you have to sit out on a game you don't want to really be in if you win. So a little bit of energy here for the Model Patriots. Haven't seen most of the game. They're still kind of picking it up.
Kind of picking their spots on when they're going to exert themselves, it seems like.
It's nice to see, and they're winning the ball out of the midfield a little bit. Good play down the field. Oh, good play by Rich. I thought he had it. His ball went out of bounds on him, so McGuire's going to try to control this in the middle. So you wonder when Model's really going to start to attack hard. They're in the 10-minute area right now. Chase wins that ball out of midfield, and then one right back. I like the effort so far Model's showing here in the last few minutes. Southern does have an advantage and plays down in the corner there. He's going to try to bring this in, and that was cleared out. All right, so we have a goal kick here for Model. And we have a substitution. Looks like Bevan's coming back in. We'll set that out, and he's going to, I guess, sub in somebody else here in just a minute. The 2 players out for Madison or for Model. And Nate clears that all the way out again. Controlled in the middle by Tanner. The 50-50 ball is right now by Madison Southern. So quick throw for Model. To no avail. A lot of Model players there just standing.
They're tired.
Yeah. Come on, Chris is going to run this down. Still playing one-on-one, though. And that's going to be Model's ball right there. They got a good advantage right here. But still a lot of defenders back. Bring the ball up a little bit. It's a good ball. Oh, my. Oh, cleared. Oh, no. Wow.
Now they're getting some people into it.
Wow, I thought that was going to go in there for a minute. That was a good job for the keeper to stay in front of the ball. He kept going, never gave up, didn't quit. That was a good play by him. Model's getting a little energy here. Go wide, and you got a shot here. So it looks like Southern kind of went to sleep a little bit there. They thought they had control. They had a lot of possession. So we're going to stop the clock. What's going on now? Player down? He's going to talk to his RA. Something must have called something I didn't see.
Must have hit him with the buzzer from the sideline over there.
Yeah, RA had a call of some sort, but I don't know what exactly the call was, so we're going to see what it is. They're going to call a corner? What are they calling?
Coming to midfield. Ball down.
So we got an indirect.
We're going to have a kick here.
And we're going to have an indirect from the top of the box. Now, Jacob has been putting these about in the parking lot. So if he's smart, he needs to put this at least low and make this keeper make a play. I don't know what the call was. I still don't know what the call was. RA saw something on the side. The side referee made a call. They brought the ball back. Looks like we're going to have an indirect kick on the top of the box. So I don't know what the call is, but here we go. Well, this is Model's best opportunity right here. Put it on the ground, son. There it is. Oh,
off the top.
There it is. Oh,
and they're in still.
Oh, wow. I mean, that went off the bar. That went about everywhere it can go before it went that goal. That was amazing right there. Model's got some energy, though. I tell you what, they're playing right now to win this game. Cleared in. No, you got to head that, son. You got to head that.
Defensive ropes. And
so here comes Kidwell. Looks like he's going to trade a little extra energy. They looks like they got nobody down. It's all keeper play, all keeper. There you go. But a lot of energy here lately for the Model Patriots. Maybe they've been kind of holding on, trying to keep their game plan together.
In our day, we call that the rope-a-dope.
Now they're starting to attack a little bit and getting some advantage. There's some still not how those shots did not go in. There's a good play, and that's going to be cleared out. It's going to be a corner kick here by Model again. That's the third corner kick we've seen.
Yep.
So here comes the attack. Here they come. You know, all the advantage is kind of turning on this one. You kind of wonder, Southern had the ball, or this game kind of under control here, and Model's kind of moved into a lot more momentum. You know, also kind of when he started, the crowd's gotten into it. We saw some subs from Model, which we hadn't seen. Nobody in there. Controlled by Jacob. Still controlled. Turns quick and goes wide of the goal. So it's going to be a goal kick here for Madison Southern. Like I said, I think you saw some fresh legs come in, and maybe that was a little more energy. It spoke up to this team a little bit. They got a little going. And from the two players that got hurt kind of sat down, got a breather, and they came back on with a little more life. So yeah, it's made a heck of a game so far. It's been kind of exciting. Got 7 minutes to go. 1-0, still can go either way.
And none of the philosophies have changed. Everybody's stuck with the same game plan. We've second-guessed them every chance we have, but I mean,
it seems to be working right now. Yeah. There you go, back to the middle of the field.
Southern,
not cleared out.
Again on defense.
Race to the ball. Cantor's got the ball on the run. Chase got beat on that. He's got the hole wide open. They didn't call him. That's all keeper. He just played it way too out in front of him. He should just let that go, but he just cleared that out. I don't know why he bring that back in the box. So throw in here for Tanner Kidwell. Well, they're going to take their time. It's but he'll throw this like a corner, just like the other ones that he's done. So he got 6:40 to go in the game. Southern trying to kind of regain some composure here. Models had some great chances. I don't know how some of those didn't go in. Those had four or five really good shots on goal. Didn't quite go in. Off the bars everywhere.
Why did the Patriots goalie do that right there?
Well, I think he thought there was more pressure than he had. That was a good play by him. He thought that forward was coming down on him. He had to play it to his feet, and he couldn't pick it up with his hands until he got it back to the box. So he would have had to bring it back in the box, and he thought maybe there was too much pressure. So he did the right thing. He just cleared. He wasn't comfortable. He just cleared it out.
Played it safe.
Yeah, he just did this right thing and played it out, so he didn't have any issues, and they just not sure that one's going back, so it's too far. Oh, they called that. That's an interesting play as well. So we're going to have a set piece here for Madison Southern. About 30 yards out from the goal. And I think Tanner probably take this. Yep, looks like Tanner's going to run over and take this. So this will probably be a shot on goal, I'd say. looking for hopefully what they want the keepers not to handle this properly, have a little bit of a miss, and nope, they didn't play it into the corner. This might have been too long. Yep, that's a corner.
Oh!
It went over the top.
Corner kick, Eagles.
It went over the top. It looked like it, didn't it?
I was like, wait a minute.
He flipped it right over the top. So McGuire's going to take this one. Like I said, he knows how to put him out there. Good play by Madison, or by Model to really, there's, great play defensively. Who's back there? That was unbelievable. He made three great plays in a row. That wasn't even the keeper. That was just their midfielder there that made those. That was a great play. And there you go. Race to the ball. Not cleared out. He mishandled it. Back to him. Oh, wow. That's another slip and fall we saw over there on that same side of the field. Something to take note of. Rich is trying to get through some traffic back into the middle of the field. Still two players collide. They play that on Rich. I don't know how that worked out, but okay. Cleared out by, we're down to 4 minutes to go in the game. McGuire is going to handle that one. Chris Stet's up. Ball's up for grabs. And no call on the foul, so they're going to play advantage to Model over the top. Good play by the keeper to come out. We got a man down, so they're probably going to stop the clock. Yep. We got about 3:55. He's holding an ankle, so it's the second time he's been down, too. He had one on the hard card on the right outside the box, and it was just a collision between two players, so it looks like they're going to bring a trainers on this one, too. So while we're assessing what's going on, we'll take a break, and we'll be back 1-0 Madison Southern with 3:55 to go in the game. We are back here. Madison Southern 1-0 lead. We'll see McGuire Jennings walk off the field. Looks like he's in pretty good shape. I think he was looking for a call there, didn't get. So
3:55 left.
3:55. Is that 3:55? 3:55. 4 minutes pretty much in the game. So we have looks like a goal kick here. Are we going to do drop or are we going to do a goal? They're not going to drop it there, are they? Okay, they're going to give it to the keeper and let him play. Okay, so keeper plays in, and we're back underway here. Under 4 minutes to go here in the game. Good play by Model to come up on that. Good play by Rich to bring it back to the middle of the field. A little bit of sloppiness there on the back four here for Madison Southern lately. Got to get more control. Play it over the corner. Still looking to cross that. Moving down. Still going to go back. And cleared out by Chase to the middle. Nobody there. If you got a minute, make a turn. Make a turn. Go back. There you go. Good play with that. And then cleared out. And ball goes out of bounds. So still going out. 3 minutes to go. Game's getting tight. Seven Models had a bunch of opportunities here late. Bunch of opportunities. So. And still looking. You got to look for Model when they're going to really go to that attack. They got still misplayed a little bit back there. If you're going to clear, you got to clear that quickly. Tanner's going to try to turn. Still, nope. Back to the middle. They got a clear advantage right here. Madison Southern. Good play by Chris to step up and stop that a little bit. Rich is coming back. They're going to try to hold this. That went out of bounds.
Yep.
So it's going to be a throw in for Model. All right, running out of time. 2:20 to go in the game. 1-0 district semifinals. Madison Southern. Model trying hard to find this equalizer and can't quite get it. Had a bunch of opportunities here lately and still just doing everything they can to get there. Got another man down here. They're not going to worry about it. They're going to keep on playing. We're going to stop the clock again.
As you said, it plays into Model's hands, though, because it gives them an opportunity to breathe and rest and regroup here a little bit.
Once they stop the clock on a player injury, you have to come off the field. You have no choice. That's why refs tell them to get off the field. We stop the clock for you. Model's got Southern's got two players coming in anyway, so they're going to be a man down here until they allow the substitution. So it looks like, they're going to let Christian come right back. Nope, they're going to tell him to sit over side until I tell you to come back on. Ref's got to clear it. So I guess when he threw it back on, he was clear to go. All right, so Model's got to try to mount their attack now. Here we go. We know it's coming.
They're working
and
the side over
for
there.
Madison Southern. Or for Model, I'm sorry.
Doing more on the side than they have all night.
Mm-hmm. They've had some advantage on that side. Those
Absolutely.
two corners both came from there. That's a good ball. He ain't going to get there. Is he going to get there? Nope, not going to get there. There you go. Back to Rish in the card. Nice play. Nobody there. Still
Minute
looking.
20 left.
Game's winding, so.
Model better get busy.
Yeah, running out of time quickly right now.
Yep,
Come almost a minute to go in the game.
So what's the deal? Southern going to try to play keep away here at this point?
Right now,
I mean,
you're smart. You're going to take your time right now. You got to throw in this minute and 4. They're going to take their time with the throw in. No rush. Anytime there's a set piece, anytime the ball goes out of bounds, they're going to take as much time as they can to throw it in.
And what is the time? I mean, can the ref make them do it? I mean, can they get penalized for not doing it? Or
now, if they delay it too much, he'll stop the clock and add time at the end. But you're going to have that freedom. We're definitely under a minute now. I got 46 to 45, something like that to go. So this is kind of, they're going to have to get up there and get it done if they're going for it. Looks like throw in for Southern. They're going to take another 10, 15 seconds off of this, 30 seconds. So he threw that in, and still no real control by Model. So here you go. This is your last chance right here. Nope. Got to get that over his head. Nope, still no control. First touch. We talked about first touch,
Yep.
first touch. Get your ball down, get under control, and nobody there.
10,
Yep, 9.
8.
Looks like Madison
Model
Southern's
is
going to be moving
out
to
of
the district
gas.
finals. Model ran out of gas. It's a 1-0 game, and that's all she wrote. All right. So congratulations to Madison Southern. They're going to be in the finals on Thursday against a Madison Central team who won last night on a 9-0 game that was called at halftime for rain. But, about what we expected, about what we saw. So congratulations to them. Model play gave a valiant effort there in the middle of the second half, but just not enough power. I don't think
Who's
they
your
had
player
enough
of the
energy.
game?
Who scored the goal on that? Was it Tanner, I think, on the header? I think we're going to have to definitely go with Tanner. I thought he played. And the effort he gave, I think, in the midfield for most of the opportunities. Most of the shots came through him, and I think he was definitely our most valuable player so far. So I'll give Tanner Kidwell that. That's it?
Yep.
So, okay. So good job on the Madison Southern. Good job for Tanner Kidwell. And you guys, we'll see you all Thursday night and see what happens in the finals. Rematch of last year.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. A shout out to another great sponsor, Journey Auto and Boat Sales in Richmond. And welcome to another great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby in Highland Park.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County School Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
The following is in smokeless tobacco: cadmium, formaldehyde, lead, nicotine, nitrosamines, polonium-210, hydrazine, benzopyrene, and uranium-235. Don't be a dip. Don't dip.
According to the Centers for Disease Control, the definition of binge drinking is having 5 drinks over the course of 2 hours. When done excessively, this may eventually lead to memory loss, unwanted pregnancy, and sexually transmitted diseases, cancer, excessive vomiting, alcohol poisoning, and possibly death.
Nathan, can you hear me?
If you don't want to swallow any of this, chances are the next tube you put in your mouth won't be a good time. For more information on binge drinking, please visit the Centers for Disease Control website at www.cdc.gov.